Long before the sun first rose, our world did not yet exist. The first people lived in other realms, 4 worlds stacked one above the other. Each was left behind in turn, until they reached this one. In the beginning, there was the first world, a place of endless blackness. No mountains, no rivers, only a low, flat land surrounded by dark water and lit by a dim, smoky glow. Here lived the air spirit people, drifting like the wind. The insect people, small and quick, built tiny homes from clay and sticks, and the gods of light and dark, who kept the balance, watched over them. Though there was little land, there was peace, at first. The insect people were clever but quarrelsome. They argued over whose shelters were larger, whose food was sweeter, whose paths were theirs alone. "You've crossed my boundary again," one cried. "Your smoke blows into my home," said another. The air spirit people tried to calm them, but the disputes grew sharper. One day, a strange rumble echoed through the ground. The air grew heavy and wet. From the edges of the land, black water began to creep inward, swallowing the ground. The gods had decided this world could no longer hold its people. Then, from the center of the land, a great reed began to grow. Taller, thicker, piercing the black sky above. Its stalk was green and smooth, its leaves shimmering with dew. "Climb," the holy people told them. "Above lies another world, but do not bring your quarrels with you." And so, one by one, the first people began the climb, their hands slipping on the wet stalk, their eyes fixed on the faint circle of light above. They emerged into the second world, and it was blue. The air was cool and filled with the scent of rain. The ground was covered in soft grasses, and rivers wound lazily between hills. Here lived the bluebird people and the swallow people, their wings flashing like polished stone in the sunlight. The newcomers were greeted with cautious kindness. "Welcome, travelers," said the bluebird chief. "Here you may rest if you respect our ways." For a time, life was good. The insect people built new homes near the rivers. The air spirit people taught the birds new songs. But slowly, old patterns returned. The insect people began taking food without asking. They dug burrows where the bluebirds nested. Swallow eggs went missing. Accusations flew, voices rose, and the air filled with anger. One morning, the sky darkened with wings. "You must leave," the bluebird chief declared. "This world is for those who live in harmony. You have broken our trust." And so the first people gathered once more. In the center of the land, the reed had grown taller still, reaching toward another light above. They climbed again, the voices of the bluebirds fading behind them. Above, the golden glow grew brighter with every step. They emerged into the third world, bathed in warm golden light. Here, the land was wide and rich, forests of tall pines, mountains crowned with snow, valleys filled with deer and elk. The rivers ran clear and strong. The first people spread out and built homes. They learned from the animals how to hunt respectfully, taking only what they needed. For a while, the third world flourished, but trouble was never far. One day, near a bend in the river, Coyote, the trickster, found a strange bundle wrapped in willow bark. Inside was a small living creature, the child of Maitso, the great water monster. What a curious thing, Coyote said, tucking the child under his cloak. He decided to keep it as his own. When Maitso discovered the theft, his rage was terrible. He rose from the depths, his eyes like whirlpools, and bellowed across the land. The rivers swelled, lakes spilled over their shores, and a great flood began to rise. The people ran to the reed in terror, water licking at their heels. As they climbed, the waves struck the stalk, and the spray froze into ice on their skin. They pulled each other upward, gasping for air as the golden light of the third world dimmed beneath them. Memories of black waters, blue skies, and golden floods faded into silence. At last, they emerged into the fourth world, our world. The air here was fresh and sharp, the sky vast and blue. Mountains rolled into the distance, deserts glimmered in the sun, and great forests swayed in the wind. But they had arrived with nothing. No homes, no crops, no herds. They called upon the holy people once more. The holy people taught them to build shelters from wood and stone, to plant corn in straight rows, to follow the cycles of the moon and sun. They placed the stars in the night sky, set the sun in its path, and gave the moon her gentle glow. "This is your home now," the holy people said. "Live in balance and it will provide for you. Forget the lessons of the worlds before, and it will not." And so the first people began their lives in this new land, carrying the memories of black waters, blue skies, golden floods, and the long climb through the reed. We live in the fourth world now, but the reed still grows in the heart of the earth. And if we bring too much quarrel, too much greed, it may yet grow tall enough for us to climb again. What do you think waits above us if we ever have to climb? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more legends from around the world.